You're scrolling through social media and see a friend who just got promoted, another who's buying their first house, someone else posting about their perfect relationship. Meanwhile, you're sitting there wondering if you even know how to be an adult. You feel like everyone else received some manual for life that you never got, like you're the only one who's still pretending to know what they're doing. This feeling has a name, and understanding it might just set you free. What you're experiencing is a collision of several psychological forces that create what feels like a uniquely personal failure, but is actually a nearly universal human experience. The first force is what psychologists call the fundamental attribution error. When you look at others, you see their results, their successes, their composed exterior. But when you look at yourself, you have access to all your internal chaos, your doubts, your moments of confusion and panic. This creates a distorted comparison. You're measuring your messy interior experience against everyone else's curated exterior presentation. It's like comparing your rough draft to their published book, your rehearsal to their opening night performance. The second psychological pattern at play is something called the spotlight effect. You believe others are paying far more attention to your struggles and shortcomings than they actually are. In reality, most people are too busy managing their own internal chaos to scrutinize yours. They're dealing with their own version of feeling unprepared and behind. But there's something deeper happening here, something that touches the core of human psychology. We're social creatures who evolved in small groups, where knowing your place and competence level was crucial for survival. Today, we're exposed to the highlight reels of thousands of people through social media, news, and casual interactions. Your brain is trying to process comparison data from a sample size it was never designed to handle. Carl Jung wrote about the persona, the mask we wear in public that represents how we want to be seen, rather than who we actually are. Everyone is wearing this mask, presenting their most competent face to the world, but you only see their persona while living fully inside your own unmasked reality. The comparison is fundamentally unfair from the start. Consider your workplace. That colleague who seems to have everything under control? They're probably Googling basic concepts in their spare time just like you are. The friend who appears to navigate relationships effortlessly. They likely lie awake sometimes wondering if they're doing any of it right. The parent who seems to have child-rearing mastered. They're probably questioning every decision they make. This isn't cynicism, it's recognition of our shared humanity. Competence isn't the absence of doubt or struggle, it's the willingness to engage with challenges despite those feelings. The people who appear to have it all figured out aren't living doubt-free lives. They've simply made peace with uncertainty as part of the human condition. Here's what's particularly cruel about this pattern. The more thoughtful and self-aware you are, the more likely you are to experience these feelings. People who truly don't know what they're doing are often blissfully unaware of their incompetence. Those who are growing and learning are acutely aware of how much they don't yet know. Your self-doubt might actually be evidence of your wisdom, not your inadequacy. The philosopher Socrates understood this when he claimed that his wisdom lay in knowing that he knew nothing. Those who feel most confident about having life figured out often have the narrowest understanding of life's complexity. Places you in good company with every thoughtful person throughout history. Social media amplifies these feelings exponentially. Platforms are designed to showcase peak moments, achievements, and carefully crafted presentations of success. You're seeing everyone's highlight reel compiled into an endless stream that makes exceptional moments appear routine. It's like watching a movie that's edited to contain only the climactic scenes and concluding that everyone else's daily life is perpetually dramatic and fulfilling. But here's something liberating to consider. The feeling that you don't have it figured out might be the most honest and healthy response to the complexity of existence. Life isn't meant to be figured out completely. It's meant to be experienced, navigated, and engaged with as it unfolds. The people who claim to have it all figured out have often simply stopped growing, stopped questioning, stopped remaining open to new possibilities. Think about the areas where you actually do have some competence. Notice how from the inside, even your strengths feel tentative and conditional. You might be excellent at your job, but still feel like you're improvising much of the time. You might be a good friend, but still wonder if you're saying the right things. This internal experience of uncertainty doesn't negate your actual capabilities. It's simply what competence feels like from the inside. The goal isn't to achieve a state where you feel like you have everything figured out. That would actually be a concerning sign. The goal is to find peace with the ongoing process of learning, adapting, and growing. To recognize that feeling uncertain or challenged is not evidence of personal failure, but proof that you're engaging authentically with life's complexity. Start noticing when you're making these unfair comparisons, when you catch yourself thinking, everyone else seems to know what they're doing. Pause and remember that you're comparing your internal experience to their external presentation. Ask yourself if you would want others judging their own adequacy based on your social media posts or your public presentation. Give yourself credit for the competencies you do possess, even if they don't feel solid from the inside. Recognize that your ability to question, to remain uncertain, to continue learning is actually a strength. The people who truly have life figured out stopped asking questions long ago, and that's not a place you want to be. Most importantly, remember that everyone is improvising to some degree. The human experience is inherently uncertain, and those who appear most confident are often simply better at hiding their questions or have learned to move forward despite them. Your uncertainty doesn't make you inadequate, it makes you human. The next time you feel like you're the only one who doesn't have it all figured out, remember that feeling this way might be the most honest response to being alive. And if you're ready to explore more about protecting your peace in a world full of comparisons, consider subscribing for more insights that help you understand yourself and navigate relationships with greater clarity. And if this spoke to a part of you that rarely gets heard, stay with that feeling for a moment. You are not broken because you feel deeply. You are only beginning to understand yourself. Subscribe to Inside the Labyrinth for more reflections on the hidden patterns of the human mind.